On this edition of KSOP Cross Country, we're delighted to welcome back the CEO and president of the Costopolis Dream Foundation, which of course operates Camp Costopolis in Immigration Canyon. And so we welcome back Mircea Divricean. It's good to see you once again.
Well, it is so good to see you as well.
To start with, I'll ask you to kind of give us an overview of what the foundation is all about.
You know, Camp Costopolis has been around for almost 50 years, and all this time our mission has always stayed the same, which is changing, improving the life of people with special needs and disabilities through recreation, education, and growth opportunities. And we have diligently done so over the years. And although the mission has stayed the same, our programs have grown and expanded, and so did our facilities. We're extremely fortunate. We had many prominent VIP guests that came and visited our facilities this summer from all over the country, and they were so pleased to see what we have up there. And most of them said that our facilities are so unique in such a beautiful setting, and there are very few, if any, around the nation. And our community is very fortunate to have Camp K in their backyards. We are a charity. You know, there's no ownership. The owners are literally our community. They are our stakeholders, and we appreciate the generosity of this community and how they embrace Camp Costopolis over the last 50 years and what they've done to support. Very proud to have such a beautiful program that helps people with special needs and different abilities, and all abilities really, to build self-esteem and independence and try to be away from their safe environment, from their parents or caregivers for a period of time, and learn how to be their independent, learn how to ask questions, how you become independent, try things that they've never tried before, you know, riding a horse, whether you have or not the physical abilities to do that, we make it possible, go canoeing, do a lot of interaction and games, and build a lot of social skills in a group safe environment and group settings around other peers, and ultimately they become friends. Or go up on a ropes course that is, or a climbing wall that is 40 to 50 foot high course. So very pleased to say that over the years, Camp Costopolis has grown in regards to facilities, programs, and participants served. And we broke a record for us this summer. We usually serve about 500 to 600 campers, participants. This year we served over 1,000. So that's a record for us. We're very fortunate that we were able to do that. We're very grateful and thankful. In the same time, unfortunately, I would like to say that we don't have a waiting list, but we still have a little bit of a waiting list. And we're trying to erase that and allow anybody and everybody that would like to come and take advantage of our programs. The core majority of the participants are from Utah. However, there are some people that come from all over the country and the world. We get campers come from Canada, from Europe, and I am pleased to say that we have a camper that's been coming from UK. I think she lives just outside of London. For the last 3 years to Camp K. She has a disorder called neurofibromatosis. Her name is Nicole. And like most of the people that have a special need, they live isolated lives, you know, because of their challenges. They don't think that people might like them or not, so they have some challenges they have to deal with. So they don't have friends. They're not very outgoing. So coming to Camp K has helped her a lot into building self-esteem and confidence and independent. And she's very outgoing right now. She's a teenage girl, and she's very driven and a social butterfly now. She's got a lot of friends, and her mom is so pleased to see how she's grown by coming to Camp K all the way from London, where they don't have anything like a program like Camp K. and she wants to set up a foundation in UK to raise money and allow more kids to come to Camp K in Utah. So that is a very successful story for us, and we're very pleased. And we owe it all to our founding father, Dan Kostopoulos. He was a visionary that did not have any children of his own, and he wanted to make a difference. He didn't have children of his own, however, he ended up with a lot of children in his life. And he opened this vision and this dream, and because of him, we have an amazing program in our communities, and we're very fortunate to have that.
Now, in addition to the activities that you just mentioned, I know that some of the mainstays like fishing and swimming and are also on the list, and in fact, you have activities around the campfire that the rest of us have probably done when we've been out with scouting or just with family. The things that we take for granted, these folks now get to participate in too.
Some of the core and most loved activities at Camp K are swimming or horseback riding or ropes course or going canoeing or fishing. However, there is a lot more, and there are simple things from learning how to be independent and choosing what clothes you're going to wear today to more in-depth things. Who do you want your friend to be? Who do you want to socialize with? Who do you want to play with? So those are decisions that you make independently away from your family. And then obviously we just remodeled and built a new, through the generosity of Old Castle and Lowe's and Staker Parsons, a few companies came together and helped us build a pavilion and a very nice stage area. And that's where we have a few fireplaces. And we do a lot of camp songs and s'mores and a lot of different things. And that's where the magic happens, right? We have a lot of different things that at the end of the week, when the campers go home, they take with them and become memories to cherish until their next visit.
And some of that magic happens because of the staff that you're able to have on board each time when these campers go up there.
I can't praise enough our staff for working and dedicating and doing so much to those that need their support. They become their role models. They work day in and day out to provide amazing opportunity for those people. And when you go into Camp K and you want to try and experience something new as a staff person, this will probably be the hardest job you've ever done. However, is going to be the most rewarding experience you'll ever have in your lifetime. For example, yesterday, we had a guest visitor that he said, I used to work here a long, long time ago, and I wanted to come take a tour. Our administrative manager gave him a tour of the premises. He was so impressed. He started telling her about his experience as a counselor and how much it meant to him and changed his life. And yet at the end of the tour, we found out that he was the head coach of Southern Utah University. So past executive directors, we had Chris Hill at University of Utah. So we had some amazing people in the past and amazing people that keep coming to Camp K, and it changes their life. And I can't thank them enough for their dedication and efforts.
You've got a couple of new, or at least they're new to me, opportunities, and those are camps especially geared toward folks with muscular dystrophy and those who are organ transplant recipients. Give us just a little bit of info about those.
The organ transplant camps, which are, I think the majority of our campers have either a liver or a kidney or a heart transplant. They've been coming to Camp K for a while, and it's a very powerful experience in many ways because they have a lot of setbacks because of their surgeries and medical situations. Most recently, Ben McKenna was at Camp K. He also, besides a kidney transplant, he has spina bifida, and he's paraplegic from the waist down. But seeing how he conquers the ropes course at Camp K and the amazing things that they do is just extremely powerful. So the organ transplant camps, we're very excited to partner up with the National Kidney Foundation and deliver those every year for almost the last 20 years. However, the muscular dystrophy camps that you mentioned, that's a brand new endeavor at Camp Kostopoulos. We started this year with them, and we did 2 separate sessions. We had over 100 kids with muscular dystrophy, and it was an amazing experience. Those kids are amazing when you come and see them, how they do and what they're able to accomplish. Their CEO of Muscular Dystrophy Association out of Chicago came and visited the camp, and he's the one that actually said, "I'm so impressed. We run over 80 camps around the country, and this is by far one of the best, when it comes to the delivery of the programs, our staff, and our facilities." So thank you for bringing that up. But we're very excited to partner up with them. They're very excited to come back next year and the year after, and we're excited to build that relationship.
Coming up in December, there's going to be an attempt to set a Guinness World Record and at the same time raise some money for Camp K. Tell us about that.
Well, this is probably the most exciting thing. It's been, it's happened in the history of Camp Costopolis, almost 50 years. Entertainer Scott Halmer out of Arizona has got a very interesting story. But in the last 4 years, he's been doing over 1,000 free concerts all around the country for different charities and causes. And in the process of doing that, he was at Camp K, and he got very touched by what we're doing. So in collaboration with him, we're building this route to become the Guinness World Records for most live concerts in 24 hours. We're going to launch on the USS Midway in San Diego on November 30th at 9 p.m. California time, and we're going to end up 24 hours later at the Grand Theater. That's where we're going to host our last concert, grand finale, here in Salt Lake City. 12 concerts later, at about we need to be done at 10 p.m. Salt Lake City, Utah, Mountain Standard Time. It is by far the most exciting thing has been happening. Is going to give us the opportunity to raise awareness for people with disabilities, bring inclusion to the table, and allow communities to look at people with disabilities a different way. We encourage them to embrace them, to not be afraid of them. I promise anybody and everybody that will get involved or get to meet somebody that has a special need, it will bring them a totally different perspective and outlook on life. It has happened over and over again with our volunteers and staff and so on and so forth. So the Guinness World Record for most live concerts in 24 hours was set by Jay-Z first. Hunter Hayes broke his record with 10 concerts, and Scott Halmer will break the current record with 12 concerts, and it's going to be a phenomenal experience. So far, we got several venues such as the House of Blues in Vegas, Tuacahn in St. George. We're looking into bringing some high schools involved with us because we believe that that's where inclusion needs to happen at an early age and raising awareness. So we're looking at Cedar City, we're looking at Provo, Tooele. We also have already partnering up with us Ogden High in Ogden. So amazing venues, amazing opportunities, and we can't appreciate enough, Scott Halmer, ABC4, who's been covering the stories, you for bringing us here today and share the same story, and the radio station, and just the whole community as a whole. We're so busy these days, and we got so much stuff going on, and stopping for a minute and understanding that the whole world is just so much bigger than our own little worlds that we create around us, and lending a hand for support and help, I think it defines us of who we are at the end of the day. It's not what we can do for us, but what we can do for others.
Now, as we wrap things up, where can we get more information, including a way to also contribute to the cause? Give us the contact and internet info, if you would.
Thank you so much. So we're using this opportunity not only to just raise awareness for people with special needs and disabilities and the wonderful programs at Camp K, but also to erase the waiting list. We want to be able to build a few more facilities and allow for more campers to come to Camp K. That's where the money will go. So any donation, $1, $10, will make a huge difference to us. More information can be found on campk.org. And by the end of next week, we should have all the route set, and then the ticket page available. People can come and participate, enjoy concerts in their area and their communities and cities, and be part of history. Please come out there and help us break this Guinness World Record for most live concerts in a 24-hour period, and it's all done to support and to raise awareness for people with disabilities and special needs and promote inclusion.
Thanks to Mircea Divricean from the Kostopoulos Dream Foundation for joining us. That's KSOP Cross Country. I'm Dick Jacobson. The program is a public service of KSOP Incorporated.